Steve Smith is in with me this morning. Smith's Garden Town here in Wichita Falls. And Steve, I almost want to say, if you have a question about your yard garden or landscape, give us a call right now. But I'm not going to do that. Everybody just panic. Don't worry, don't worry. But I tell you, this product that you're talking about, Hydretain, is really pretty amazing based on the research we've seen so far.
Yeah, and I would encourage people to go to their website, hydretain.com, and look at some of the research that they have on there, some of the photographs, some of the videos. It was used down on the golf course at University of Texas, and they've interviewed the golf course superintendent down there talking about how they've been able to reduce their watering in that golf course. And that's where it was originally used, was in golf courses. It's just recently been made available to homeowners.
Certainly one of the biggest expenses of a golf course is water.
Exactly.
And now the homeowners here in Wichita Falls, when Brian says we're over 40 inches behind, we're 15% of what we normally ought to be right now this time of year for 2014. We're in trouble. There's no way around it. We saw the extreme drought monitor that he showed just a few moments ago. We're in trouble. We got to do everything we can to try to come out of this.
We sure do. And you know, anything that we can do to help our plants weather this storm until we do get into a time when we're getting some more rainfall. Of course, we've got a good forecast for this weekend, but you know, anytime that there's humidity in the air, this will help to extract that humidity and transfer it to the roots of the plant.
That is very, very important. We got some pictures here of some examples of Bermuda grass here in Texas that is available. Let's see if I have lost that. Let me try again. No, it's still up and going. There you go. Perfect. You can see on the left there, the treatment is every 7 days after treatment. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 different photographs. So you can see there here in Texas, the Bermuda grass especially responds well to that. Also, pot plants. A lot of folks like to have out on our patio. We like to have good potted plants as well. Shouldn't say pot plants, potted plants. Some of the crew here just went nuts. But you can see the difference there between treated and untreated, and that's just a week without water. So what about, Smiths? Will you have plants available at all this summer?
Yes, we are growing our normal mix of plants with a lot more of the more drought tolerant plants.
Yeah.
We're just not growing as many. You know, instead of growing 1,000 of this, we might be growing 200 or something like
Sure.
that. But we still will have a mix of the plants, because you know, there are people that are not under the extreme watering restrictions that we're under here in Wichita Falls. Some of the outlying communities are able to water a little bit more.
Sure.
And some people do have wells now.
And we don't realize many times here in Wichita Falls, our vendors and businesses here, we cover a pretty wide area. We've got a 50-mile radius of at least that folks come into. Probably at least half of your receipts come from outside the city limits.
That's exactly right. And you know, we've got lots of customers in Graham and Bowie and Vernon and up into Oklahoma as well. So.
And it's important to buy locally grown plants. In the plant business, that's critical that you get them acclimated to our part of the world.
That's right. They haven't been shipped in. They haven't been on a truck for days and days, and so they're fresh.
They're fresh. Now this product, this Hydretain, what about from an ecological standpoint? Is it a problem as far as the environment is concerned?
No, it's totally biodegradable. As a matter of fact, their instructions say it needs to be used every 90 days because it does biodegrade, and it's kids safe, pets safe. It's completely safe for all
You brought
uses.
in the liquid version of it here,
Right.
but I understand they've introduced granular as well.
Right, it does come in the granules, and as we said, for those folks who aren't able to take the liquid and water it in, then you can get the granules and have them on hand and put them out with a fertilizer spreader just like you would a fertilizer, and then when it rains it'll water it in for you.
Is it fertilizer?
No, it's not a fertilizer, but it does help the root system of the plant so that the plant's able to take up fertilizer better.
Okay, well, very, very good. Well, this is a great product. One of those things that, you know, when you're in extreme conditions, you start doing things that you wouldn't normally do. And this is an example of that right here.
That's exactly right. And as I said, you know, I've done some research on it, and they have had it tested by several universities, University of Florida and Cornell. and they have shown that it does work.
One quick final question. How much is it? Is it very expensive?
It's not expensive at all. The quart bottle here sells for about $35, and that will cover up to 3,500 square feet of lawn area. It also has the rate on the back if you're using it just on your trees. If you let your lawn go and you want to concentrate on trees and shrubs, then it's got the rate on the back for those also.
All right, very good. Well, Steve, thanks so much for
Thank you,
coming
Matt.
out and joining us this morning. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We come back. Greg has a look at headlines. Brian will tell us about the weather, and Tyler Rossi will be here with Gavel on Grain, talk about the markets right here on Texoma Country Morning.